nonplussed by it. They just focus on getting the spike planted.
So much for the retake here for Heretics. They've got to get this one going with the ult cycle.
Spot out coming through, and Rien's on the peak there from Heaven, able to find one. Tap of the defuse. A 3v4. Burnout looking for something, but Miniboot is there from behind. Able to find it. The pit now blooming, and Benji Fishy gets the final shot. Heretics 3 surviving, and will find themselves their second round win.
Let's see if they can start streaking a little bit. They're going to have some good ult cycles coming up. You're going to have the Cosmic Divide. You're going to have the Vice ult into the next round. Boo just finds a timing there, just reading off of the drone pop. And he's going to be able to take Aspas down before he can even get the dash going. Fantastic work from the IGL of Team Heretics. And then you've got the ult as well from Miniboot to really just identify where everybody is, and then Team Heretics just cutting them apart on site. Need a little bit more of that here. Like you said, Aspas died with ult in hand. Let's see if this time MIBR find a little bit more success. We haven't seen too much of the Paranoia dive into a link or even a elbow. Sometimes they like to do that. Instead, they're just going to take a lot of space.
Yeah, and it's really all of the back of this Odin just spraying forward to be able to try to allow for this space to be taken. And Artisan is right there looking to collect. So they go one apiece between him and Aspas. Boo. Shutting down the ladder there. Artisan still trying to work his way forward, sends out the fragment. It's just waiting for the reinforcements to come swooping in, but it seems like Heretics overall not necessarily buying that the spike is heading towards this site. You can see that double linger still over towards A, just in case, but Boo now starting to get the bad news as it is delivered straight through the brain there. The bullet from Cortesia able to shut him down, as now the pit going to be invested, and Verno goes to the plant, which will give him another Hunter's Fury as well. This is looking like a nigh impossible retake here to 2v4 for Heretics.
Yeah, even with the Steel Garden available, just not going to commit to it. You just can't. You're absolutely right, Achilles. It just took them too long to get the read on what was really happening there. You know, because a lot of times MIBR is taking that pause, you know, with so many forces that are going to be grouped together, and they're just kind of looking to see if anybody's going to get aggro. Maybe somebody's going to come top mid, a link from the side of Heretics. Instead, they're waiting. They're buying time for that extra angle to be created from B main. Again, beautiful work by Artisan. Just so steady and a brilliant saturate.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Up two, just pinned into a corner. MIBR not showing any mercy here. Not slowing down. I know that Heretics is one of those teams that they can get that ball rolling. They really can start to take over, find their form. And MIBR looking to just stop that from ever really happening here on this map. So far, it's been working a treat. And I believe we're actually going to be seeing the commitment here. Just 3 rounds separated. The second timeout call here from Team Heretics.
I mean, you just got to be feeling fantastic as Fraud. He got the same out of RRQ on this map. He got 2 early timeouts on the first half of the map, and he's done it again. They are coming in with just great game plans. Obviously, the players are sharp as hell. But this is just a big win. And again, this is Heretics' favored side of the map in a lot of ways. This is defender side is usually where they're giving you a lot of trouble, but MIBR really doing nice work in putting some pressure mid at times and making the right moves, making the right rotations, hitting the right shots at the right time. I mean, it's been their MO throughout a lot of this event so far. And they're not letting their foot off the gas pedal. And Heretics, I'm sure, didn't mind seeing this map too much. This is a clear indication of where MIBR is at as a team. And on this map, they look really well drilled. It's going to be big ults for both sides, too. And you've got that Hunter's Fury, you've got an Odin for Verno, still have the Convergent Pass. You've got
Odin from Rienz as well. Looks like he's just going to do some counter spam down mid.
See what they want to do. They're pinging a link here. Genum's in a place where he wants to throw that Paranoia, but there's nobody there to receive it from Heretics.
I think looking to just maybe do the same trap that they had done before. That double dash forward here. Paranoia now out. Aspas goes to the peak. Nothing going to be spotted. Can refract back, but Optimus go ahead and keep himself in position. Odyssey with the peek down to mid. Lots of multiple targets, and Aspas now off the flank, trying to get involved. Rienz, however, able to flush him out. The Hunter's Fury from Verno far too late to be able to get the catch. So as the dust settles, it ends up just being a 3v3. It is Just the lone Benji Fishy here to try to defend this A site, and now he's been spotted out. The recon getting a catch. Sends out the ult, draws down the weapon fast enough, is able to find one. Gives his life for the cause, but now got Rien's quick to rotate around to get himself here into position to try to get the shutdown. 2v2 with Shenum down to 25 health. Just waiting for the spot out, looking for the peak, finds it.
Spike down A.
Shenum, I just don't know if you're going to be able to do much against this Odin. It would have to be instantaneous, but he cannot. Rien's. He'll be able to find himself a third. Timeout conversion overall here for the side of Heretics on the buys. Looking good. But can they start to snowball these rounds together?
Things just kind of cascade out of control a bit for MIBR. Heretics do a great job of dodging that early pressure from Aspas. Even though they get caught by the knife and there's a play there for MIBR to make, it's Team Heretics this time who's going to step up, get those big kills. Hunter's Fury not able to connect, and then MIBR forced over into the Vice util. That gives Benji Fishy the awareness and the time to get that crucial ult out and get the reinforcements there to secure the round. This time, really heavy presence early at B. MIBR turning up the pace, maybe.
Just a little bit of a util dump, but no real skill forward quite just yet.
Recovering it.
Seemingly just wanting to see what kind of reaction rise they can get out at Heretics. Boo going to be spotted there for a moment. Convergent path's now going to be sent in. Aspas diving forward, but does end up hitting a couple of his teammates here, it would seem. Hinder there on it. He's just going to play this quietly, but his team is just dying around him. All the more pressure now on his shoulders to deliver an amazing clutch. Some amazing impact. Benji Fishy noted here in mid. How are you meant to play it? Finds the first. Listen towards Link. Nothing to be spotted, but now his position known. And the only way out is to fight. The round win. It's a foregone conclusion. It will not be found, nor will a weapon retained. MIBR, once again, they open the door for one. Heretics eke their way back in, and then it just gets slammed right in their faces once again.
It's this pause, throws everything awry. They read that position of Boo right away. That's an odd smoke to be on top of the hut, and they're so ready for it. And then they're just storming through, clearing most angles, other than the one Woot was in. And it turned out to be not the end of the world for them. They were just cutting through. Still, Boo sitting on that Cosmic Divide. Riens has his ult, but it's an eco here. They're just going hot in towards A.
Yep.
Spray in, top of the bite, Rien's dead. No hope in hell. Artisine running down Benji Fishy, just pounding across. Those aren't his kills, it's okay. Verno is the one to collect. He's just willing, so willing to put his life on the line, just set up and guarantee the round victory. Especially given the weaponry on the opposite side. Boot now once again, left to his own devices. Won't be able to find it. Verno with 3, MIBR with 8. So they look to make this a 9-3 half.
It's so fun to watch this team. Once they decide to accelerate, oh, he gets a glimpse right as he's trying to tuck into the smoke off the back of the snake bite. Oh man, Verno. I mean, Artisine, I just love the way he plays. He's so selfless. He's using his util really smartly, but right there, just setting Verno up for a big double kill. He's got 11 assists on the map already in the first half. 1 per round on average.
It's been pretty good. He's also doing a decent amount of fragging in his own right. Boo, though, a solid advantage to start things off. Shenum, how he peeks in, maybe thinking that he was going to be able to find that player alone, but that second layer of mini-Boo catches him off guard, and then suddenly it's a 2-player advantage to start off the last round of this half.
Oh, it's Nightfall. Thought for a second Riens might use it just to buy a little bit of time, maybe get a player to cheat over.
Cross on the peak. It's good for the shot. Wood's going to be taken down, and now as they continue to push forward here towards B, it's once again Benji Fishy by himself. The drone trying to lead the way, but Aspas is already far too quick to get on the angle. Finds the shutdown. Now, none of this Vice util matters. Gets himself into a deeper position. Checking around towards that spawn access. It's the dimensional drift. Everything in the kitchen sink is going to have to be invested here from the side of Heretics to try to get this round back into their favor. Dimensional drift to try to lead the way. Aspas to try to find a timing. ends up catching a bullet instead. Rian's finding a nice shutdown, giving them the player advantage. Hunter's Fury going to be coming through, and MIBR is way further forward than Verno could have anticipated. Unseen going to be pitched as Boo finds the shot. The defuse comes in, and Heretics will recover a 4th round here in this opening half.
It's a dicey half for Heretics. At least they're able to find that last one off that early 5v3 advantage. Looks like for a moment, Aspas might just take things into his own hands. This little fadeaway there, but that ult from MIBR, beautiful in a couple different regards. Gets the spot onto Aspas, gets the clear on to Verno on the backside. They're able to take the round.
Some pressure here on the side of Heretics. Still some wiggle room to try to get themselves back into this map to get ready to swap sides. They need to start on a pistol.
Heretics' passion, was that a shared passion since the very beginning, and what made you follow Los Niños in the beginning?
So I've been coaching for a couple years now in OC, and I've been studying Team Heretics for years. They're insane. But I think both of us, we both love Team Heretics.
So it's a shared passion, right? Donc première question, qui est-ce qui a initié un peu cette passion pour Team Heretics dans le couple? Qu'est-ce qui fait que vous les suivez? Tout simplement, je suis coach dans la région Océanie, et donc j'étudie, on va dire au millimètre, ce que font les Team Heretics. Et voilà, c'est clairement partagé entre nous. And Will, I heard both of you had a long way to come here to cheer for your team in Paris. So, how was that? And I think you're representing a region, and you have a few words about it.
Yeah, we're from Australia, me and Nicole, 27 hours out, and we believe that OC needs some recognition. We've got some really good players, but we need more love. We need more love.
Let's shed the light on OC. Donc ouais, on vient d'Australie, on a eu 27 heures pour venir ici pour soutenir les Team Heretics, et la région Océanie mérite plus d'amour, plus de reconnaissance. On a d'excellents joueurs. Thank you both of you for joining me. Fingers crossed for a Team Heretics win on this side of the arena despite their hard half. And let's see if Team Heretics can come back on Road. Thank you so much, both. Thank you, guys.
Don't worry, OC. We know you. We love you.
We do.
And we hope to see some more of you. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Coinbase Econ report here. As the side of MIBR, honestly, yeah, he has been putting up some numbers.
It's just really efficient. And Verno as well. I mean, this double initiator comp that they bring on this map is so oppressive in the information game, in the blinds, in the way that they're getting the spots out with Verno's util, the way that Verno's able to follow up off of Aspas or whoever's going in front of him. Just so impressive, the coordination and the time that these guys put in. So they came to Europe and boot camped, and look at the results. They are playing so well.
Hasn't managed to find any shots there over on towards Rian. It's always interesting to see when you have not even a single lick of damage onto a player on the opposite side, but it looks like we are ready to go. Back in now for the second half, so 8-4, MIBR in a cozy lead, but a pistol win from Heretics. A little bit of start of the snowball. That could turn around very quickly.
Look at this setup over at A elbow. A crossfire with Aspas, maybe trying to bait a little bit here for Cortesia. Genum as well in place.
Oh.
Whoop, okay, forget it.
Well, he has simply lost his life off the rip.
Boo's kind of had the number of some of these these MIBR players.
It certainly has.
He's gotten some big opening kills.
Clear on the recon, I'll probably try to check. Not going to be able to get the grab here onto Verno. Lobbing in a shock dart, finds a decent little chunk of damage there on a MIBR on the re-peek. It's even more across the jump down loop. Playing up on top of the half wall, looking to try to catch him off guard, but Benji Fishy swinging the corners, just going to be able to find the headshot. Just like that, it's a 5v3 now with the spike planted, all ready for the side of Team Heretics. Double push in, Boo holding down this angle here in mid. Playing it quietly. Looks like no one really going to look to try to push the other side of that wall. We'll just cut back themselves over towards Link, try to join in with Artisan as quickly as they possibly can. There's so many angles to try to clear out here for the side of MIBR. Noise made, swing at the corner, the first one going to be found, MIBR going to be taken down, look at the flick there, over, Genum now, last one standing in a 1v2. Time ticking away, it sets up a smoke, flash confirming presence, gets a one tap, it's now suddenly Benji Fishy has to try to run his way forward into the smoke, but Genum has the shutdown! and he doesn't have the defuse! Damn good shooting, but the time just not there. Heretics, they will scrape by with a pistol win.
Oh my. The 3v5 that almost goes away of MIBR. Again, a great opener for Boo. He's been so sharp in those moments. He's got a great read on when and where the players are going to want to push. Down to 0.88.
Don't worry, guys. I counted. It's all good, bro.
The math was mathing. The math was mathing. Fantastic. I mean, this is kind of interesting. It's the exact same kind of start that Team Heretics had against G2 on this map. They were down 8-4. They win a pistol. They start streaking rounds. Maybe they've got some of that magic in store for us here again.
Been leaning into the Stinger buys here. Don't dip quite as hard into the wallet there. It's been a relatively free walk up here in towards Yard, and yeah, now that presence is going to be known. Puts on the corner, looking for that second kill, can't make it happen. Verno will be able to shut him down, but is only able to recover a ghost here for his troubles. Firepower-wise, MIBR very much outclassed here at the moment.
Just not going to commit to this too much. Verno looking for maybe a little extra damage, but other players lining up to either get some exits or die to the spike. See which direction Heretics ends up wanting to drift themselves. They don't mind going for the fights here, just Stingers. Why not? But looks like they are going to back off. Okay.
A quick exit through the defender's spawn here for the side of Heretics. So just a one-player loss, just a ghost on the floor. Exactly who they were willing to have die. Heretics starting off this half about as cleanly as they possibly could hope. Now the deficit, just the 2 rounds separating as we go into their bonus and see if they can get that conversion.
Gonna be tough. If those Stingers can sing, absolutely could be a game changer, could be a momentum breaker. It's MIBR so hot in that first half.
Sure.
There's going to be an early operator there for Aspas as well.
Well, I mean, at least
they want to try to get him going with that sniper, trying to lock down some of that early space on the map.
Shenum's going for the glass cannon just to really enable that purchase. Let's see if it comes back to bite them here. It's posted up. Top of the hut here. Poison orb forward. Push getting ready to come through. Pretty clear there onto the thorns. Cannot make it happen. Fragment's going to be coming through, but that's just disrespected. Rienz just swings in around it. Eats a good amount of damage, but finds the critical kill. Vernon now locked in position. And he is just scrambling to try to find his crosshair setup. He cannot. Pulling out Blooms, drops, and they just continue to play together and overwhelm every single player from MIBR, one after the other. And given the operator, given the no armor for Shenum, there is nothing left to do but to sit back and watch that spike detonate.
It's crazy. Flip sides of the map, and Team Heretics instantly converts a bonus off the back of the Stingers, and it's a timing. MIBR's Artisan just a little bit unsure with throwing that knife in time. Had he thrown it a second or two earlier, could have potentially been a very different round. Maybe preventing Benji Fishy from using that Vice util. Instead, he gets cut down to size. And all of a sudden, it's just a runaway freight train of Stingers that are coming at you. They have to save. MIBR, I'm kind of curious if Rod is maybe thinking about his first time out. Maybe not here because it's an eco, but maybe sooner rather than later because Team Heretics seemingly looking to tie this matchup.
Looks like they will be able to find themselves a decent purchase. A judge in hands for Odyssey. Guardian there for Cortezia. Still that operator. Now posted up here in mid. Aspas. Ooh, catching a glimpse, but Miniboo catches the shot. Has the full armor, so does survive, but down to 10 HP here is Aspas. Little poke and prod advantages now. He is continuing to play risky and put himself out there. Spin coming through, and this time Aspas does manage to get the jump. Miniboo going to be struck down. Advantage for the moment here to the side of MIBR.
Not going to try to reaggress. Benji's just going to hold the angle. And with no further contact, It's going to lead Team Heretics to think that maybe the B side is weak. Maybe they've rotated Aspas away. It's a little bit of mid-aggression here from Verno. Yeah, they read this. Yeah.
He's fully sending it over. Quick check towards A, now cutting back over towards B, maybe trying to get situated up into heaven here. But for now, Zia is alone, sees into the corner. Thorn's going to be lobbed in. Might just send out the no avail to try to stop it. Push forward, but the site has been opened up here for the taking. Heretics happily filling that space.
Great util there to backcourt Zia off. Didn't give him the angle to shut down the entry point with his own snake bite. Had to just throw it on site.
Cosmic Divide now coming through the link position, however, still going to be opened up. So his target's placed, and it might not even just be the grab well. Try to pull him out into the open. Verno going to be noted here on the flank. Let's take it down. Odyssey on the peak, able to find one. Paranoia now going to be sent through. Woot tucking here towards the bottom, but down to the open for Cortesia to collect as he finds himself a second. Boo dead. Rien's here on the site, all alone the 1v3. The judge just bounds around the corner. No timeout necessary, it would seem. Broad trusts in the team, and they get it done. MIBR continue to maintain the advantage, not allowing for Heretics to tie things up.
They're so patient. The elbow showing right before Miniboo can get the reaction. Great use of the judge here by Artizine. Tezio with a Guardian, absolutely ferocious. Finds 2 huge kills on site, and that leaves Rien's all alone. I don't disagree.
Time seems to run at him. Economy not yet going to be broken, though. Heretics still having enough money to get a couple more buys in, but MIBR steadying the ship here. Once again, the operator, an ever-present concern here for the Heretics players.
They've got Artizine there to maybe back up Aspas. Maybe set up for some combos there. So you got the flashes, got the saturate. Oh, the knife only spots Boo, though. Doesn't give you a ton of info. Not that that's super unusual in the early parts of the round. A lot of teams have learned to just dodge that bottom mid knife that's going to land, and not much you can do about it.
I'll find you.
The end's actually throwing out a bunch of util there. Artizine stepping back far enough. He's really trying to get some info to set Aspas up here.
Benji caught off there from the drone. Cover going out. Alone holding close as everyone gets stacked up here outside of A main. No split pressure. Aspas not too far away, but you can see the pings coming down. Heretics understanding the players' positions quite well here for the moment. It's going to be a matter of can they deal with him. For now, the Nightfall has it set up. It's not going to get a catch onto anything. Flash, however, will find Aspas, and that zones him back. Held at bay here for now. Dash at the ready, still needs a good amount of damage though from that snake bite. Paranoia sent over to the side, but Jenum is about to be under so much pressure. Barely manages to make it in around the corner, out to safety. Flash is sent, gets a connection, Boo. Forced to reposition, and time now starting to dwindle. 12 seconds remaining. Plant will be able to come in. Artizine just trying to flash his way forward, but it's just too many targets around the corner as Verno gets taken down as well. 2 players remaining. Aspas looking for the shot. He manages to connect it, but he cannot get the kill. And that's going to be the call to save. Sounded here for the side of MIBR.
All it takes is a few little things here for Team Heretics to get this site exec to go. And it's just a good flash and a good snake bite to keep Aspas at bay, to keep that operator in check. And Zenom just trying to do what he can. Nightfall doesn't hit anything, but that's okay, because that gives you a ton of info as Heretics on how much open space you have to work with. And they're quick to react with the smokes and the util. Venom doesn't guess correctly with the Paranoia. Thought maybe they become an elbow. Couldn't slow them up anymore. Tried to throw some flashes in, but it's too late. Heretics had firmly entrenched themselves onto the site and were just waiting around the box. Turning those flashes with ease.
10 seconds left.
Phenomenal work. Back off. 3 different players getting involved there. And this is something that I love from Heretics, as we are going to see a timeout from MIBR. But both these teams have impressed me tremendously, but in particular Heretics, with the way that they take these brawls, these big group battles where you know it's going to be a 3v3, a 4v3, something like that. Their spacing is so good. You know, some teams, end up lining up, giving up those multi-kills, like make it a little easier for your opponents. They rarely do that. They're so disciplined in the way that they spread out just enough, but still cover their angles. That right there was just a great example of something that I think is maybe unspoken of Team Heretics.
Gonna keep the ball rolling here. Done a decent blow to the economy on the side of MIBR. It's not going to be a full-fledged purchase coming in for them, obviously. Still always that operator being carried over, being held on to. Inferno and Artisan really try to get going here. Zia maybe can get a purchase in for someone. Perhaps another judge. Yep, there it is.
Absolutely. He's one away from the null command as well, so they can get that going. Maybe they can shut down or set up for a nice retake before Team Heretics can really get their momentum going again. Because now MIBR starting to lose control of that momentum game. Just enough of a one-way there. MIBR doesn't really feel like challenging initially, but they're going to stack up.
Clear the rows. Prowler gone. Just a quick little back away here. Yeah, not looking to get himself caught out again. Repositions. Have that snake bite to try to delay. Should he assess that the players are getting ready to storm their way in through main? Looks like they are just about to do exactly that. TP forward. Little flash himself, but spot out on the recon. Not much more to be done here. Shock Dart will go ahead and soften him up a little bit. Finds a smattering of damage. Spike plant can still come through relatively for free here. Cuts into the corner. MIBR wanting to scale forward, take some more space. Looks like they call the back away. Play this one out a little bit more patiently, a little bit safely. Has been made. Seal Garden going to be sent. To take away the weapons here as the retake it's ready to begin. That paranoia is not going to be good for it. Woot managing to find two. Ospach 10 up, one apiece. Bring it now into a 3v3. Verno still waiting on that flank through Link. Wall at the ready, the recon. Not going to be getting a scan here onto either of these players. Still one out from main. On around the corner. Who able to find one? Ospach trades it back, having swapped onto the Vandal, but then quickly doesn't get shut down. Verno looking to try to get the turn. They cannot do it fast enough. Re-ends through the smoke at main. Strikes him down, and the timeout call does not lead to a round victory. MIBR now find themselves tied up against Heretics.
But just so much space has to be given up here. And to be fair, MIBR is playing to give up the B side. They're holding the A side as their strong side, and the Heretics able to just get through there and do what they need to do.
Let's go!
And they get Benji Fishy, his ult, off of the spike plant. That pushes MIBR even further back. Are going to have that no command, but it is a weak buy.
Venom just with the classic. Frantically backpedaling. Tucks away behind the box here at Yard. Clone and Prowler, everything just being sent. Snakebite gonna be sent out to no avail to try to keep Shenham alive, but the spray eventually will connect. 3 sheriffs to try to make some magic happen, but it seems like Heretics thinking that they've done a sufficient job of drawing attention away towards this A site, and they would be overall correct. It's just Aspas slowly working his way back across towards that B site.
Yeah, just trying to feel the map out a little bit. See if there are any traps. Any re-clears of space. Could be coming their way. Heretics looking now towards that B site where Aspas has shifted in. He's going to have to go absolutely nuclear here.
Still got many boots lurking back in that A-link position. Try to cut them off, but Aspas, hell of a shot to start things up, but cannot find that follow-up. Benji Fishy trades him out.
30 seconds
Some
left.
in with the player advantage as the spike now gets ready to go down, and MIBR is on the hunt. Swooping in from behind, slowly making his way across. Looking for the angle. We'll have to try to get it done with the Sheriff, given that he does have a stinger behind this. He might not even really get the opportunity. The rest of his teammates are going to be able to clean this up. Double face forward, Verno finding the shot. Rien's going to be taken down. Minor amount of damage suffered there from Artisan. As a fragment goes forward. Now held at bay, the snake bite buys some critical time. A drone considered, but the time is just not going to be there for them. Benji looking to try to displace his player here at Heaven. Verno just wants to do a bit more damage, you can see. MIBR with the Singer able to find one. Frantic spray as Verno gets himself a third kill. The time is not there, they cannot get this defused, but it's a damn good effort and a good deal of damage dealt here by MIBR. Counts as a Red Bull clutch as Heretics will gain the lead here for the first time.
It has just been a ridiculous attack side here for Heretics. I mean, MIBR fighting tooth and nail, getting some good sheriff shots, creating some good moments,
Enemy remaining.
setting up for some good double faces, but it's just too little too late. And now you're going to be sitting on a bunch of ults for MIBR. Everything but the Viper's Pit. And Cortezia going to be 2 away from that. So this one has to go MIBR's way. And the economy is obviously part of that equation as well.
Yeah, I mean, I said damage dealt, but
Doesn't
Heretics,
matter.
they've had so much money this entire half. Only dropping the singular round. Aspas holding close. Look at the spot out. Prowler gets the check. Just be a quick little back away.
Can't use that.
It's a nice night. Gives you a lot of info, but MIBR continuing to hold their default. Gentleman Aspas potentially going to be under pressure, but Snakebite to clear behind. And that's just a little bit of show of force here from the Heretics. Trying to convince MIBR that they're thinking the A direction. Even though now they're sending a little bit of util over towards A links. Now you really should have alarm bells ringing in your head as MIBR. The ult as well from MIBR. Storms his way through.
Dimensional drift coming through. Quick check from Aspas, and he cannot escape. So fastly do they peek out there. Zeke is taken down. Gentleman will swing around the back of the smoke. Is able to find one. Stopping MIBR before he can escape, but now he is alone here on this site. Desperately needing some reinforcements. Finds himself another kill, but Woot will be able to flush him out. Still be damage dealt. Woot and Boom, both so very low. Hit going to be invested. Fishy moving here just around the corner to try to catch them off guard. His eyes get focused forward. Verno on the check, still here within the pit. The rest of the team are falling to the wayside. Benji can do nothing to save his comrades. The round goes the way of MIBR. Hefty investments. They once again tie things up.
It's just a crazy back and forth. Love the way that both of these teams play because they're so coordinated. They're so well situated to bounce off of each other. But this round, it's all on Zenom. He comes up huge with a 2K. Even though Artisan maybe a little bit late, you could argue, with the null command there, can prevent the pit from coming through. Doesn't matter. They're still able to storm in and get the job done. And that was a breath of fresh air for MIBR.
It was, and it was only an investment of 2 of the ultimates here.
Good point.
They had available, so they still have their own pit to try to utilize. And it's going to be sent there off the rip,
There.
as expected. Forward here on B main. MIBR scouted by the 0 point, still pushes his way forward.
That haunt might make you think that something's amiss. They check, but they check the wrong corner with the... Oh my.
Throwing the check in, and anybody could have just gotten out. He could have just taken the gate crash, joining with the rest of the squad, but he goes for the base. He just gets taken off.
The read there, fantastic as well. Because if you lose that pit with Cortezia in it, maybe the round could go haywire real fast. Instead, it's a big rotation from Team Heretics. They are going to keep Aspas over on that B site, though. Still has his ult for the retake. So a little bit of danger here for Verno and Zenom. Last time, Zenom, so impactful. Boo does have a Cosmic Divide. They can get to a spot to use it.
He's got another smoke already cycled up. The Paranoia still in hand. A TP for a quick exit. It's going to be hard to try to lock down this Omen. It's Verno watching on the cross angle. Paranoia now going to be sent through. It's a massive connection. The spray, however, does get a good amount of damage in, but it does not find those eliminations quite just yet. Benji, Rienz, both down to 30 HP. Another smoke cycled forward. The bite to seize, neither getting purchased. And now they're just pushing out of a smoke to their demise.
Spike down A.
Splash in, Woot there around the box, is able to get the spike planted. And now finds himself in a 1v3. Now just forward, spots the first convergent pass. An immense amount of respect perhaps is going to be shown here as MIBR know that they need to win this round, and Aspas just goes for the widest swing possible. And with that defuse, they will regain the lead 11-10.
Yeah, what phenomenal work here again from Senum. A brilliant paranoia. MIBR thought maybe he could get away with it. Artizine on the case. Puts on that detective hat. Gets the job done. Yeah, what a brilliant wide swing from Aspas there. Woot just expecting him to stop quick. Goes for the shots, and that leaves his mouth agape. Now, when you run into Aspas, that's going to happen to you. You're not the first, my friend.
Now,
I'll take everything from them.
the economy finally starting to be broken down here for the side of Heretics. This is looking like a bit of a must-win round for them to stop MIBR from getting up to that map point. It looks like there's not going to be much ambiguity about this one once it gets started. All players stacked up here towards this A side of the map. Verno quickly to be rotating back around over through Yard to try to join in. Throne, go ahead and get the scout. Spot. That's held him at bay. Slows him up here for the moment.
Chewing through this Cosmic Divide.
Artizine considering his options here. There's the ping reveal, and Cortesia so quick to respond on the back of that. Draws down the shorty. Keeps himself a second. Verno fast on this flank. Watched here by Rienz. Relays that over to his teammates, and Verno tries to fight back out towards the A main side. Rienz able to hold his own. But it's a pump at the brakes here. 45 seconds remaining.
Now you know where that Odin is. That Prowler gives it away for Artizine.
3v3. A tap of the plant. Artizine looking out wide. The basin, the dink, the spray down. MIBR dead. Woot frantically trying to respond in kind here from across the way, but Artizine shuts him down, and
30
Rienz
seconds left.
is stranded in main. Yoden able to find one more. The haunt going to be cleared. 13 bullets remaining in this weapon. He needs every last one of them, but none of them will connect. 12-10 MIBR. They have fought their way back into the driver's seat. They are one round away from closing up their map pick here.
It's Verno again. Great util. Cortesia gets teed up by his IGL and knocks it out of the park there. And again, is just chewing through so much of that alt timing. Boo wants to throw it early, wants to create some pressure.
Now the economy. Half armors across the board here. Just Woot with the full armor. That Vandal behind him. MIBR, however, okay. Sounds like util hero in the previous round. Verno taken out nice and early. Here's the Nightfall, crashes across the B site. Smoke going to be cycled forward, and there's no real scaling off the back of that one. It's just going to be an info gain here for the side of Heretics. They're not making look a move. They're not looking to make a move. Words.
I want to point out, Jenham is a judge. Plenty of money. And they opt to even go for that.
I think he's got
gun.
it behind. He's got a Phantom as well.
Oh, you're right, he does.
Yeah, just double stacking the weaponry here. They're all clustered up now here on this B site. MIBR so confident.
They're gambling.
Try to end up here, but yeah. Rotations now start to come through here. Heretics at least going to be looking to re-clear mid. Could potentially still end up committing towards that B side of the map.
This is making things really difficult. You're going to have to rely on Artizine again with his util to get a retake going if you're going to give up the A side. But they're going through. They're heading towards B.
This could be catastrophic, or it could be absolutely brilliant. Artizine, however, starting to get a sense of this one, it would seem. Pushing forward, riding the wall, it's about to fall. And now he has spotted them all. Fragment's going to go down to try to delay with the Guardian. He's getting that high pen usage, high pen value. He doesn't get struck down. 5v3 now. The bound forward, the time, however, starting to tick. Aspas able to find one more. Cortesia alone on the site, finds the first, swoops in, finds himself a second, and now it's the 1v1. MIBR needing to win this, needing to find it. And he just narrowly has. Team Heretics hold on by a thread. They need one more to push this into OT.
What in the world was that? What a wild round. Gets the spot right before the toxic screen goes up. Able to track him down with the Guardian is MIBR. Cortesia almost with the 3K. Tries to hold the trigger down, expecting the repeat, but MIBR has the patience. And yeah, so close, yet so far away.
Operator back in hand for Aspas. See everything in the kitchen sink going to be sent from both sides. As damage suffered here from MIBR. Quick little peek and a dip back from Venom. MIBR one away from having the dimensional drift available.
He should be getting it. I would think that they were maybe going to work towards the other orb. Eventually they are. They're just worried about a little bit of pressure out of A main first. Wanted to keep that under control. That was first priority, but now it's taken a bit too long. So Aspas getting a little curious with that operator. Wants to lock down that orb. Knows.
Check, gets the spot out. Should have seen the Euro. Now the clone is coming through. They flash him off the angle. Pop there from the teammate, but MIBR able to get what he was after. Throws on that mask, swings the ground the corner. Now Artisan holding close and sprays down three! MIBR on the exit, able to find Cortesy of Woot. Taking down Verno at the same time. Suddenly it's a 2v2 with all players scattered across the map. No one playing together at this point. But for MIBR, they know that the spike is on the floor.
Toxins going up.
Woot's gonna collect that. Artisan taking a forward position here in mid. Trying to flash his way in, but MIBR doesn't get the catch, but he gets the reaction. And he manages to shut him down. Aspas now needing to do it all if he wants to bring this map to its end. A safe plant to be found. No way to deny this. And also no weapons nearby.
Toxins.
He's gonna make it happen. He's gonna have to make it happen with the off.
Just a saturate to work with for Util. Has to get value out of it.
Woot there just around the corner. Lingering in behind the box. The wall gets raised. Spike planted a little bit deeper, but Aspas is able to find the first shot. The weapon just a bridge too far, and MIBR, he will have the headshot, the 3K, to take us into overtime.
Unbelievable. Both teams matching each other's attack sides, 8 and 4. Sending it to OT. I mean, Artisan, I thought this one might be it, but on the other side of the map, MIBR. Oh, what an adjustment, trying to track down Aspas. And just immediately turns his crosshairs right onto Cortezia. Gets the 3K to get Heretics into the overtime. Unbelievable. What a crazy back and forth. And I love this. Both these teams having their moments, having their momentum. Now we're going to get a little bit more. Over to the attack side. Dash out, knife to set up Aspas.
Very quickly working his way all the way up in here towards top mid.
But a lot of times you would think that this is an A-Link hit with that knife. I think Woot somewhat aware, and especially off that Prowler.
The Prowler checks it all now. The drone going to be noted. Woot peeking, trying to see the scaling here behind. Artisan worried about this top mid position where MIBR is ready to try to swing out. A little bit of a minor challenge there against Aspas, but doesn't go for the full peek.
They're starting
he's
to
refilling
collapse.
Space.
Yeah.
Flash connecting onto one. Artisan holding the close angle, and they are giving this no credence whatsoever. The kill able to be collected, but now they're swinging from behind. Re-ins with a massive backstab. Comes up with two. Artisan still pinned in, but now Cortezia, he arrives as well. Who's the last one standing? And not for very long. The opening round of overtime. Oh, it's a messy one. It's layers upon layers of flanks. That's MIBR coming away with it once again, getting themselves up to map point.
I mean, this was just such a timing thing. Initially, I thought Heretics were going to just be able to collapse all around.
Bullet.
But MIBR has that extra layer. Last bullet. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. I get it. I think it's a decent read from Heretics, but there's that one extra layer from MIBR. They've been so good about that. Something Fraud has been really driving home for them to make sure there's that extra little piece, that extra little check of the flanks.
This time the 0 point. It's not too late. Exactly when he needed it to be. Spot up on the 3, some damage on the spray there onto MIBR. Cortezia, however, have to use to try to delay, but the fragment will be there. MIBR already creeping forward, up over to the half wall, but Cortezia able to shut him down. The peek coming through. Verno having this cross angle, just dancing on the thorns. He's just drawing attention as Artisan mows them all down. 14-12. had to go the distance into overtime, but MIBR firmly find their footing, and they do not allow for any further resets.
Man, the playoffs here at VCT Champions have been great. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back after this break.
Got the new iPhone 17 Pro, and Verizon picked up the tab.
No way.
It's me. Handsome and hilarious. It's a rare combo.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us, on the best 5G network.
I mean, where else would I get it, right?
An update is required.
Financial system updating.
System updated.
We will dance together.
The future of money is here. Feels good.
Esports World Cup, where we are starting off with Valorant.
If you want to win, you have to win against the best. So looking for revenge.
Alpha Hill behind one. There's the shorty. And MIBR goes crazy.
They've all battled through the pressure and expectation. Heretics have come back all the way! Finally, we won. Finally.
Harmonie et cœur, passion et sentiment. Voulez-vous coucher? Amour et passion, cœur et sentiment.